Welcome everybody to the Integrative Psychiatry and Wellness Program's Tai Chi and Yoga sessions. Tai Chi from 12 to 12:30, Yoga from 12:30 to 1. You're welcome to stay for the first or both, as you like. And of course, given that you're doing this in the privacy of your own homes, with your cameras muted and your voices muted, your speakers muted, please do what feels comfortable and happy for your body. And very happy you can join me in my studio at home to just take a moment and clear the mind and get the energy moving. Okay, so for Tai Chi, the feet are about hip width. The knees are soft so that the crown of the head is over the tail and the feet are under the shoulders. And we'll start with something called swinging arms. So step your right foot forward, left foot back, feet about hip width, and you'll keep your feet about where they are as you let your arms swing and step onto the front foot. And then when you step onto your back foot, that knee is soft as well. For me, it feels a little bit like taking half of a walk without going anywhere. You're not leaning forward, you're not stiff of limb, very relaxed. Swinging arms. Always staying within your soft limit. Nothing excessive. That for Tai Chi would be sort of inappropriate. And then letting that settle a moment and keeping that back foot glued to the floor. Step back with the front foot, again at about hip width. Pour the weight into that back foot, empty it, keeping that left foot glued to the floor and step it forward. This is swinging leg. And again, it's done with the arms relaxed and swinging by the sides. And where you let that, you fully take the weight into the moving foot so that the head, heart, and hips move over that moving foot. And the sense is very grounded, grounding, very rooted. Now the next time that moving foot, your right foot is forward, keep it there. Push the weight into that front foot, pouring it in, emptying your back foot, and then pour the weight into that back foot, letting that back knee be soft, pushing and pouring. Again, without leaning forward, fully grounding into the structure of the weight-bearing leg. And this time, as you pour the weight into the front foot, let the forearms rise up. Like there's a rolling wave going up and then down. As the arms float down, you pour the weight into the back foot. Pouring the weight into that front foot and pouring the weight into that back foot in rolling wave. Elbows relaxed in at the sides of the waist. Shoulders always relaxed. And the breath doing what it will. We'll take this into lengthening leg, coming onto the ball of that back foot, and then pulling up the toes on your front foot. You feel the weight, pour the weight into that bent back leg. Lengthening leg. And when that front foot is empty, once again, pick it up and step it to meet the back foot at hip width, letting the hands float down. Then taking your left foot forward, hip width from your back, your right foot, and we'll take swinging arms once again, stepping onto the front foot and then onto the back foot. Again, kind of like taking half a walk. Very relaxed and easy. Just getting grounded into the supporting structure of the legs. Again, easy breathing. Not getting anywhere, not leaning forward. And then letting all that settle. Keeping that back foot glued to the floor, step the front foot, empty it first, pour the weight into the back foot. Keeping your right foot glued down, step the front foot back at hip width and stepping it forward. Letting that moving foot take the full weight. So committing to that moving foot and letting the arms relax and swing by the sides. In, swinging leg. Stability and ease. Now the next time your left foot is forward at hip width, let the arms settle at the sides and push the weight off the back foot, pour the weight into the front foot, and then push off the front foot, pouring the weight into the back foot. Push and pour. Again, maintaining that sort of royal or dignified posture where the head is right over your tail on the weight-bearing foot, over the weight-bearing foot, with the crown of the head drawing up towards the ceiling. As you pour the weight into your front foot, this time let the forearms float up right through to the fingertips. Almost like you've got a basketball under the hands. And then letting that float down, letting your hands float down as you pour the weight into your back leg. Rolling wave. It's like there's a rolling wave. Rising and subsiding under the forearms, palms, and fingertips. And the next time you pour the weight into your back leg, pick up the toes of your front foot. And as you pour the weight onto the front foot, pick up the heel in lengthening leg. Sounds like we have a little friend outside my window. Next time you pour the weight into the back leg, empty that front foot, pick it up and step it back to hip width, letting the hands float down, letting the knees soften. Opening shoulder, lifting heel. Let the right arm float up, a soft elbow, almost like there's a bubble of energy underneath that arm, so it floats up on the rise of that bubble, even carrying you up onto the ball of that foot. Find a diagonal across the body, something short of a stretch, and then letting that palm float down, moving across the weight, pouring the weight into the right leg and letting the left arm float up. in opening shoulder, lifting heel. Moving slower than the speed of habit and staying within your soft limit. Simply riding on that bubble of energy upon which each arm floats up. In turn. This time, crossing at the wrists and then feeling that bubble rise up underneath the arms, underneath the palms. Floating the arms up, opening out as though there was paint spraying out of the tips of the fingertips, and then letting that open the body up. The arms come down, crossing at the wrists again, and then feeling that bubble float the arms up and out in painting circles. If you notice anything else on the mind, it's good noticing, bring it right back. Sensing just how it feels, that ease, that opening, that releasing. Painting circles now in the opposite direction. Pressing off the legs. Feeling the arms float down. This natural cycle of rising and falling. Now ringing the temple bell. Imagine the arms are like a clapper of a bell, so there's no effort. The movement of the torso from side to side carries the arms around. The back arm coming up a little higher than it might, so that it stimulates the kidney. You can let the head turn as the shoulders and the chest turn. And we'll take this right into heavenly circles. So feeling with the arms and the hands, this bubble between the arms, between the hands, and feeling that bubble float up. It would almost pick you right up off your feet and take you around. And of course, it has its part of the cycle where it lowers down. And you can let your eyes follow the hands, follow that bubble. But there's a sense, a real sense. If you sense into the arms and you sense into the palms and the fingers, you can feel that bubble, its shape, its float. Now the next time you get to the top of your heavenly circle, take it the other way. Letting your breath flow naturally. time your arms are up at the top of the heavenly circle, turning the palms to face in and smoothing the chi between the palms and the hands, between the palms and the body. So the palms sink, the body sinks, and then pressing out, opening up something short of a stretch, turning the palms to face in, elbows soft, and smoothing the chi. Making gentle fists, massage into the kidney area. Gentle circles. And placing one hand on top of the other and massaging the stomach and the spleen. Healing touch. Okay. Okay, feet hip width. Knees soft. Beginning Tai Chi. Letting the arms and the palms, the fingertips rise up. On the top of that bubble, riding over the top and then settling back down, floating back down. Effortless action, supported by the groundedness, the rootedness, the legs, the earth beneath the feet. Just taking the palms up, turning the palms to face the heart, and opening the circle of the heart. That bubble simply opening out and then closing in. Just letting the bubble carry the arms up and out, and then settling back in and down. Natural cycle. See if you can sense that bubble of energy expanding and opening, softening, releasing. Crossing at the wrists once again. Pour the weight onto the right foot, keeping that knee soft. Empty the left foot, stepping it back to hip width. And then feeling that bubble rise up. Opening the arms up and out. Pouring the weight into that back knee, back leg that softens, soft knee. Opening out. And as the arms lower down, the weight pours forward onto the front foot, crossing at the wrists, and then feeling that bubble float up and out parting clouds to see the sky. This time the arms float up to halfway in front of the heart. As you have that weight poured into your front foot, the flying dove's wings open out, and as you pour the weight onto that back leg, letting the knee soften, the wings close in front of the heart. Opening as you pour the weight into the front leg, the front foot, and closing as you pour the weight into the back foot. Flying dove. Now as that back foot is empty, let the palms float down. Pick up that empty back foot, stepping it forward, and letting the arms, weight sink down, float down. Moving across the waist and crossing at the wrists, pouring the weight into the left foot now, empty the right foot, stepping it back at hip width. And another name for this is scooping the sea to gaze at the sky. So the arms open out, it carries the weight onto that back leg, that supporting structure, and then you pour the weight into the front foot. Happens almost naturally. Scooping the sea, and gazing at the sky. This time, letting the arms float up to in front of the heart, weight poured into that front foot, and then opening the wings of the flying dove, pouring the weight into that back leg. Let the knees soften as the wings close in front of the heart. Pouring the weight into the front foot, wings open. Pouring the weight into the back foot, wings close in front of the heart. Pouring the weight into that front foot, open wings. Let the palms float down. Take that empty back foot, pick it up, bring it forward to meet the front foot at hip width, shoulder width, and let the palms float down. Interlace the fingers and press the palms to the sky. Something again short of a stretch. Again, staying within your soft limit, and then letting those elbows be heavy. Turning the palms to face in. And once again, that bubble of energy carries the arms up. You turn the palms to face up. And then softening down. Now, let your palms come slightly away as though they're the same charge of a magnetic field. There's just some energy between the palms, and taking the bottom palm back, front palm forward, and turn to look towards your back hand, and then bringing that palm forward and taking the other palm facing slightly up, taking that back, looking at the back hand, bringing that palm forward in repulsing the monkey. You can imagine that front palm almost extending forward to feed the monkey. And then that back hand coming forward to press the monkey away as the front palm pulls back. Letting that settle and scooping and pressing the palms to calm the mind. Scooping and pressing. Now opening the circle for healing. Letting the arms float out and up. And now letting all of that settle down underneath the press of the palms. Opening the circle. And taking that all through, all the way down, so it settles right in. And if you've got a chair, sitting for just a moment to listen for the sound of the chime and to experience the energy of the body as you feel it now. Great to have you join me today for Tai Chi. If you'd like to stay for yoga, it would be great to have you stay. If you're staying for yoga, have a chair and a towel or a mat, and you can take off your shoes if you like. And if you're joining us for yoga, stand in mountain pose, feet hip width, energy grounded through the legs and the feet, arms relaxed by the sides, the crown of the head drawing up towards the ceiling. Take a moment to settle into the sound of the chime, or the singing bowl. Feel the natural flow of the breath. And now take the arms out and up, feeling the soles of the feet on the floor, and use the reach of the arms to get a little extra length, to feel like you could press with your legs and lift from behind your heart, or as though you had like a basket between the hands, and you're putting it up on a shelf a little bit higher than you could just reach. And as you lower your arms, feel the press of your legs, the soles of the feet, and see if you can maintain that length of your spine, feeling the crown of the head drawing up towards the ceiling. Spread the toes, always using the arms and the legs to manipulate or twist or turn or side bend the spine. Let's do that now. Breathing in, take the right arm out. Breathing out, bring it up to the side of the head. Now breathe in and reach up for an apple on a tree. And breathe out over to the left, extending down into your right leg and foot. And maybe taking the roots of your thighs, very tops of your legs back just enough to press the floor away and lengthen out. Taking a few breaths and staying very relaxed through everything that doesn't need to effort. And as you breathe in, reach up. Breathing out, lower the right arm. Letting the elbow relax, shoulder relaxed. Spread your toes, feeling the soles of the feet on the ground, and breathe in, left arm out. Breathe out, left arm up. Breathe in, reach from your lower belly. And breathe out over to the right. Again, extending into the left leg and foot, giving that extra little lift of the heart to lengthen the spine in your side bend. Letting the breath flow freely. And as you breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, lower the left arm. Interlace the hands behind the back. And lift the clasped hands away from the back. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you turn your thumbs up and open the shoulders. We're opening the shoulders with this action. So any way that works for you is great. Open the shoulders. That's the aim. Feet a little wider. Outer edges of your feet parallel. Lift from the back of the head, the base of the skull. Lift the arms and breathe in. Breathe out, lighten the heels, fold from the hips. Keep the heart lifted, the spine long, bending the legs when that feels confining. Release the base of the skull and lift the arms again. Letting the blood flow down into the brain and opening the shoulders. Natural breathing. Now lower the hands to the back if they're up and bring them down to or towards the floor. Feel free to bend the legs. Feel free to sit in a chair, but get the head down. Let the elbows drop to relax the shoulders. Feeling the natural rhythm of the breathing and that extra pressure behind the sinus and the forehead. Now bend the knees, sitting down, and draw in and up from your belly. Bring the hands above the knees, press into the legs, lift the head and the chest. And now sitting down like you'd sit into a chair or like you were going skiing, lighten the hands and take some confetti and just throw it up. Throw up that confetti, but sit down and lean into your big toes. Shoulders as relaxed as they could be. Reaching up like you could lift up from your lower belly again and sitting down. Reaching up and sitting down in chair pose. Few breaths here. Then breathe in, press through the legs, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up, reaching back up into what's called upward arms, lengthening the spine. Breath in. As you breathe out, open out the arms, relaxing them back down to the sides. Bring the hands to the lower back now. Take the elbows back. This is half wheel pose. See if you can use the press of the legs and those open shoulders again to get behind the heart, lifting up, looking down towards your nose. So the head can be hanging off the heart in a way, or you could keep your chin down. Whichever way gives you more leverage to get behind the heart. But a few breaths here. Back bend's always more energizing. Forward folds more relaxing. And breathe in, lift from behind the heart. Breathe out, come all the way up. Taking the feet a little wider, swing side to side, just like we did in the Tai Chi practice. Only the way I know it called here is empty coat sleeves. You can carry the torso around a little more by coming onto the toes of one foot as you turn away from that foot. And relaxing that. Today we'll take a chair sun salutation. So if you have a chair, great. If you don't have a chair, you can come to stand by a wall. But you'll want the back of the chair to be the part that you're facing, with the toes right up against or right near the back legs of your chair. Feet are hip width. Press the hands down into the back of the chair back, or wherever it's useful, you can hold the sides. And give a lift of the heart as you press the soles of the feet down into the floor. Again, lengthening the spine and drawing the crown of the head up. Then bring the palms together by the heart. And breathing in, take the arms down, out, and up. Reaching up, lengthening the sides. And breathe out, forward fold. If it works for you, you can forward fold right over the chair back, stacking the hands and hanging the head. I'm a little short, so it doesn't feel quite as good. Depends on the size of your chair back. You could also take a regular forward fold without a chair in front of you. And then as you breathe in, sweep the arms out and up again. Breathe out, bring the hands back down to the chair seat, the back of the chair seat, or not the chair seat, the chair back, and step back with your right foot into a lunge. So I'm on the ball of my back foot, and it's about hip width from my front foot. With my front foot, I'll push weight into that back foot and roll my belly towards my front leg. And then if my right leg is back, I'll take my right arm forward and up and stretch through that hip flexor from the top and from the back, reaching up like you'd give someone a high five or push a volleyball up with the press of your hands. And if it feels good, push a little extra weight into that back foot. Take the other arm up as well. See if you can use the press of the ball of your back foot to lift from behind your heart and reach up from your armpits. If that's not comfortable, arms wide, elbows out like a cactus, pushing off that back foot and lifting the heart. Bring the hands back to the chair back and step back with your front foot to hip width with your back foot. Bend the legs as much as you need to get as long of a spine as you can, and let the ears come between your upper arm as you pull back and lengthen your sides. If you're quite flexible, you use straight legs. If not, the bend of the knees can help you to roll your belly towards your legs, towards your knees. Long spine. Now we'll step forward with the right foot. That's the same foot that stepped back to get the second side of the lunge. Back to hip width. Bending the front knee, extending through the back leg to get that stretch through the hip flexor, and lifting from the very top of the thigh. Pushing weight into that back foot, left foot back, left arm up, reaching up, and maybe pushing weight into the ball of the back foot, taking both arms up, again, in a way that helps you to lift from behind your heart and open that up. Breathing into that opening, into that release, into an easeful effort. And bringing the hands forward, stepping forward with the back foot into that forward fold, either over the chair back or straight down. So you choose, switch the stack of the hands, or you can step back and take a forward fold. As you breathe in, sweep the arms out and up. Reaching up for something to lengthen your spine. And breathe out, open out the arms, bringing the palms together with the thumbs by the heart. Great, then moving the chair. We'll take a seated twist either in the chair or on the floor. So for the chair, and we will be coming back up if that changes your decision. So sitting up in your chair, you can put your hands on the chair seat to get that sitting up on those sit bones feeling, the long spine. You take your right hand to your left knee and the left hand to the chair back, dropping that back elbow, lifting the heart and turning. And if you'd like to do this on the floor, you sit with the legs extended forward, bend the left knee, take the left hand back, reach the right arm up, press the back of your right knee down, breathe in, lift from your belly, breathe out, either hug that knee to turn towards it or hook the arm over it. That's a locker to turn you back. So whichever you've taken, the chair twist or the floor twist, what you're doing is you're having your lower spine face forward, using the press of the hand against or the press of the elbow against the leg to then turn your upper spine towards the back. And you're breathing, doing what you can to lengthen the spine and softening the belly to get that massage and stimulation to the belly organs. And then releasing. And if you're in your chair, feet are hip width, feet are grounded, legs are hip width. The left hand comes to the right knee, the right hand holds the chair back, elbow down. Breathe in, press with the feet, lift from the heart. Breathe out, press the front hand, the left hand against the right knee, turning towards the chair back with the heart, lengthening and softening. And breathing into that twist. Again, on the floor, right leg is bent, and you either hug or hook, whatever, the arms only do what supports the body's ability to get in the posture in an easeful way that helps you lengthen your spine and twist. So you've got to play with what works. Breathing. And then releasing the twist. We'll all come back to stand for a wide-legged standing pose, triangle pose. Turn with your heels lined up, feet wide, turn the right foot out, turn the left foot in about 10 to 30 degrees so that you can roll your belly towards your right knee. Take the right arm up to get length through the spine and press with the legs, reach with the arms to elongate. Breathe in, breathe out, lengthen out. Get as much length as you can. And when you can't get more, put your hand against your leg, somewhere maybe not on your knee, and then push out against the leg to lengthen your spine again. You can come down as low as you like, as long as you can push that leg away and lengthen your spine. Your belly rolls down towards your right leg, but the ribs roll up towards the ceiling. And you can take your left hand to the right shoulder, to the left shoulder, and draw up so that the spread open arm position helps you turn your heart. You're using this outstretched arm position to spiral your heart to get that twisting action. So the belly rolls down, and then the heart turns up. Breathing. As you breathe in, lighten the bottom hands, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. And just check that your shoulders are relaxed and that you can turn your torso with your wings spread, if you would. Holding the sides of the waist, turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out. Spread the toes, feeling the soles of the feet on the floor like you're drumming fingertips on a desk. And then drawing energy up the legs like you're sucking water up straws. Take the left arm up, reaching out, pressing with the legs and feet. Breathe in, breathe out, hinge out. Get your length this way with the reach of the arm, and then press out against the leg. Belly rolls down. Lean out over that leg, shoulders line up, and then turn the ribs. Reaching up, and then with your belly rolling down, ribs rolling up, breathing, opening, and releasing in triangle pose. Breathing in, lighten the bottom hands, start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. Turning the feet forward. Walk the feet in, maybe an inch or two. Thumbs on the flat bones of your lower back and the sacral dimples. Draw the elbows back and breathe in. Press with the legs, lift the heart. Breathe out, lighten the heels, hinging forward. Bending the legs when you feel resistance there. And placing the hands on the floor if that works, or maybe finding something to prop them up against. Maybe bending the legs and keeping your hands against your legs above the knee. But getting a release and then hanging the head down in spread feet pose. And breathing. Again, a head down pose. Anytime the belly is close to your legs, anytime your head is down, it is relaxing for the nervous system. And you may notice that your exhales get a little longer and stronger. Now lighten the heels. So you'll use your belly muscles more than your lower back. Hold the sides of the waist. Breathe in, take the head and heart forward. Start to come up. Breathe out all the way up. Walk the feet in. We'll take tree pose, not triangle pose, tree pose. So choose the leg you'd like to balance on first. And maybe take the chair to that side. If you want to have something to help you support your balance, spread the toes of that foot. Turn your other leg out, kickstanding the foot or bringing it up somewhere above or below the knee. Drawing out towards your inner knee and drawing back from the outer knee towards the hip. Press the standing leg back into your foot and bring one palm or both to the heart, evening the side ribs as you can, steadying the gaze and turning the attention to the natural flow of the breath. And maybe taking the arms up to lengthen the spine, which may work best with your palms together, and it may work best with your palms open. You choose. Again, the limbs are there to support your ability to lengthen the spine in this case. Head floating between the upper arms. And bringing the pressed palms together in front of the heart and lowering the raised leg. Maybe coming to the other side of the chair if you're using the chair and choosing either to kickstand the foot or take the balance option. And again, choosing where you'd like your foot to be. And again, pressing the foot into the leg, but pressing the leg back into the foot. So the outer hip of the standing leg moves towards the raised knee. Maybe palms together, maybe one palm there, which maybe you'll turn in. So your palm is against the heart. And maybe you'll bring both palms. And choosing to stay here, feeling the sort of stability and grace of the pose, or taking the arms up to feel more length. Two different expressions. And letting the breath flow freely. And slowly lower the pressed palms. And lower the raised leg. We'll take either child's pose or you can take a forward fold in a chair. So either sitting in the chair, sliding the hands down with the arms resting right over the knees and taking the head down so the sides of your belly are pressing out into the legs, or you can kneel on your mat. Press the seat back towards the heels with your elbows lifted, and then lift the ribs like you're lifting up and over a barrel, taking the head forward and down, and either stacking fists and putting the forehead down on the top fist, or extending the arms forward, then letting the elbows soften. Or another option is to take your arms back with your palms facing up by the feet and the shoulders dropping down. So choose your option, and in any case, soften around the eyes, soften the brow, experience the breath with the posture, with the body in this posture, in this shape. And walk the hands back towards the knees if the hands are forward. If your hands are down on the ground, bring your hands above the knees, press into the hands, lift the head and the heart, breathe in, start to come up, and breathe out all the way up. And we'll take legs up the wall. So if you have a wall, you can swing your legs up against the wall. If you've got your chair, you can sit sideways to the chair and then swing your legs up, turning 90 degrees, holding on to the two front legs of the chair to scoot your hips closer, and then taking the legs up if that feels good. If knees bent feels better, you can either rest the lower legs on the chair seat or extend them up a little bit, but keep your, from your upper leg to your knees is vertical. And just letting the body relax here and letting some of the fluids drain down from the lower extremities and the feet back down the other way than usual. Maybe close the eyes or just settle the gaze at one spot and feel the natural rhythm of the breathing. Now we'll come into the closing relaxation now. So either letting the lower legs relax down on the chair seat, or perhaps moving the chair to the side and extending the legs forward to the floor for the closing relaxation posture. So you choose legs up or legs down, letting the arms roll out evenly on the left and right sides, lining up the tail with the press of the back of the head, letting the eyes close or letting the gaze settle at one spot. In either case, relaxing the belly, relaxing the face, softening the eyes. Relaxing everywhere you can relax. Letting go. Let the body's weight melt into the floor. Let go. Sense into, feel the natural flow of the breath. Letting that movement, that dance, enliven, animate the body. Each time, each cycle, new. Let it in and let it go. Allow for that dance with life. Always new. Wriggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and ankles. Give a great big full body stretch. Hug the knees. And as you're ready, roll over onto the side. Again, as you're ready, slowly come back up to sit. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope to see you again next week. Hope you're feeling a little more relaxed, a little refreshed. Thanks for joining me today.